It's Big Board Sports with Roger Weiland on 104.5 The Team.
St. Rose men's basketball team is 9-0. They win last night at home at Nolan Gymnasium over on Western Avenue. They beat their rival Lemoyne 62-54, and the beat goes on. 9-0. The head coach is the Hall of Famer who now has over 600 wins in his career. We welcome Brian Beaury to Big Board Sports here on this Thursday morning. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning, Roger. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. I can tell in your voice you're doing good.
Yeah, the mornings, the sun comes up bright.
yeah, 9-0, man. Did you expect this preseason? And I heard whispers, and we talked a couple weeks ago on this show, and you were undefeated. But here you are now, 9-0. Beat goes on. What is it about this team that's clicking right now for you?
Well, for a long time, we've morphed from a defensive team to an offensive team, and I think this group is really bought into being a defensive unit, and they're enjoying getting stops and taking pride in it, and we're getting pretty good at it. And you know, it's not easy. We believe winning is a real challenge at every level in any sport, and these guys are really stepping up to the challenge.
Yeah, holding all 9 opponents this year to less than 45% from the field. Is this the best defensive group that you've had in how long?
Oh, Raj, easily a decade. This is a group that's really prided themselves on doing a lot of the little stuff, and they're mature. This is a group of guys that took their lumps a couple of years ago, and they've been through the wars, and they stuck together. And so to say that we were pointing at this group this year to be better would be true. To say, you know, that we would have 9 wins without a defeat, you know, I would be lying to you if I said that that's something that we even discussed.
Coach Tyler Sayre, who has been a part of this program for a number of years now, has a big game last night. I think it's a season-high 19. Sayre, at one point, his career was in jeopardy after he was hit by a car, I believe, when he was in Canada. Can you briefly go over the scenario surrounding Tyler Sayre?
Well, Tyler was a great player. As a freshman, he started for us and had a tremendous sophomore year. He played on an all-star team up in Montreal. They were playing actually in 5 Canadian cities, and was on his way back from dinner with the team and got hit by a taxi cab crossing the street and missed his entire what would have been his junior year. And, you know, we weren't sure what was going to happen. He had surgeries. He had, you know, well over 100 stitches. And, you know, he's back and you know, maintaining, you know, like a 3.8 academically, and has really bought in this year, I think, to being one of the guys, not necessarily the guy. And I think that's really one of the strengths of this group offensively, is that we've got 7 guys that can, you know, maybe 8 that can score 15 on any given night. And that's taking the pressure off Tyler, and last night he stepped up for us in a big rival game.
Yeah, Coach, I agree with that. It's not all about Sayre. Who else on this team right now has got it going at a high level? Certainly, we know what you're doing defensively, but how about on the offensive side? Who's putting the ball in the basket in addition to Tyler Sayre?
Well, Michael Ryan Boyd has really come alive. He's having, I think, the best you know, year that he's had for us so far. He's a junior from Long Island Lutheran High School, a perennial power. Julian Lipinski's averaging over 11 points. He's also a junior from Melbourne, Australia. Jack Jones from Sydney, Australia is playing really well. And the guy that I don't think is getting a lot of credit for us is kid Damon Coleman from Holy Trinity High School in Long Island. He's also he's one of our seniors. He's playing great. He's disrupting teams with his defense. The unsung hero for us is none other than Chris Dogler. He's a 6th-year senior. He's a grad student. He had 2 surgeries. He stuck it out. He's actually paying his own way to be here. And he's our glue guy. He's the guy that, you know, we can't seem to take off the court. He gets every loose ball. He you know, gives the ball up on time. He makes plays for his teammates. I'm really happy with the things that he's giving us. And, you know, that's sort of the way this group goes. And we've had other guys from Shane Herity to Anthony Russell to Jamal Greenwood that have all stepped up and made plays for us. We played 3 games in 3 days in Puerto Rico. We've really had a pro schedule. We played 5 games in 7 days, and including yesterday was a challenge for us to play 5 games in a week. College basketball, physical basketball. And to say that we're still standing with a 0 in one of the columns is, I'm impressed by it.
We all are. St. Rose 9-0. Brian Beaury's got it rolling this year. Outstanding coaching. You got Southern Connecticut, and you want to see the St. Rose men's basketball team play. They're home this Saturday, 3:30. Southern Connecticut is the opponent coming to Nolan Gymnasium. Before we let you go, Coach, what's the scouting report? What kind of game are you going to have against Southern Connecticut? Can you get to 10-0?
Well, they're good. They're the second leading scoring team in the conference, and right now we're the best defensive team in the conference. So it's going to be a battle of styles, and we've got to shrink the game on them and not give them as many possessions. They got 6 guys that average double figures. We got to frustrate them with our defense.
Coach, thanks for a few minutes. As always, congrats. Keep it up. 9-0. Great start.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, Brian. Brian Beaury, Hall of Fame coach, over 600 wins in his career.